Hi there, it's Mark and Paulette, and we are with a couple of friends that we just recently met in San Luis Potosi, and we're actually at the bakery Pistache, and we'll let you go ahead and introduce yourselves. And
well, ladies first.
Okay. My name is Andrea. I was born and raised here in San Luis.
So you two met when you were visiting France.
Yeah.
She was going to school.
Going to
No,
school.
I was working in a restaurant, and that's where I met him. Working in his restaurant.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Antoine, and I'm 33. And well, yeah, we own this pastry here in San Luis Potosi, Mexico. And
Did you learn how to bake when you were in France?
no,
Here.
she taught me. Yeah.
Actually, I went to school here, and I went to France to do my internship.
Right.
That's where I met him. And then we decided to move around Europe a little bit, and then we came back here. We didn't intend to open a bakery shop. He was working with my father, so doing other things. And then I was like, it's time to do something that we know how to. So I went to Monterrey here in Mexico, and there I learned some techniques.
Nice.
And I taught him. When I came back, I taught him, and we decided to open Pistache. That was three years ago.
Had you been to Mexico before moving here?
No, never. And I.
He didn't even intend to. He didn't want to come to Mexico. Before we met.
No, I wouldn't come if it wasn't for her.
But you had heard, bad things about Mexico, and
Yeah.
and so it was just never really on your radar until you met her.
Yeah, no, I heard, on the news, and when you talk about Mexico, it's always about like violence and dead people and drug cartels, and it's never something really.
So were you surprised once you moved
Yeah,
here?
it was very good, and the people are nice, and you feel really welcome, and you feel really welcome by everyone.
That's how I feel too. We feel welcomed wherever we go in Mexico. We love that.
It's like you sit and talk to Mexicans, and then before you know it, it's almost like you're part of the family.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah, it is like that.
Yeah, remember one time Mark and I, we took our clothes to a laundromat in San Luis Potosi, and next thing I know, the laundromat man, and we were talking, and he invites us to his home for dinner, and it's like, you just don't find that in the United States. You just don't find that kindness and welcoming like you do in Mexico.
Yeah, you're right.
So what, since you've been in Mexico, what have been your favorite things about it? What do you, if you could just sort of do a short list of what you really like and appreciate or love about Mexico.
Well, first people. We talked about that a bit earlier, and people, kindness, weather. I like food. The food is very good. Yeah, the food is very good. Well, friends, family. Her family welcome. I felt welcome like a son, like a brother, and that's very good. I'm not sure she felt like that with my family.
Andrea, were you born here in San Luis Potosi? So you, other than your trip to France, you've been all your life here?
Yes, I was born and raised here. When I was younger, I went to live in Oklahoma for a couple of months. I lived with a family there, and I stayed like for 2 months, maybe 3 months. I don't really remember, but mostly of my life I've been here.
And now, when you went to Europe, did you always know that you would come back?
Yes, I've always told myself that I can go anywhere in the world, but I will finish my life here because
Mexico is your home.
Mexico is my home. Mexico is where my heart is.
I'm sure my heart is too.
They're together now.
Now, a number of our people that are watching this video will, they're watching it because they're interested in moving to Mexico. What words of advice can you give people that are considering to move to Mexico that haven't done it yet?
They're gonna help you not listening everything we say about Mexico before on the news because
bad things can happen anyway.
exactly. So it's not completely true. It's not just that. So
Exactly.
So not listening all the news. You just go with the best attitude, and you just come and
Try it out.
Yeah, that's right.
Come and experience it for yourself. I mean, one of the things that Paulette and I have found is that, in Mexico, Mexicans are very patient as we're sort of fumbling through the language, trying to convey what we're really talking about. And they will sit there and listen to you and try to help you along, whereas people in other countries, if you're not speaking their language, a lot of times they won't give you the time of day.
Yeah,
It's true. You're right.
yeah.
So just come and enjoy and
Experience it
exactly.
Yeah.
for yourself.
That's right.
And the thing about Mexicans is that we really like people that come from anywhere else. We really we get really interested in people that are not from here. So we always want to help them. We want to be friends. We want to get them really close to you so they can really have the experience.
Right.
Mexicans really get interested in people. If they know something, even a small thing about France, they're gonna be like, oh, so have you been in the Eiffel Tower? Or he's really saying that
Right.
people really get to interact and ask questions and try to learn about the other person.
Sure.
And what they're saying is absolutely true, because that's been Paulette's and my experience too here in Mexico, is they're always interested in where you came from. Curious as to why you're in Mexico.
Yeah, what made you come here?
Why did you want to come to Mexico? And so it seems like a conversation starter with
And for us,
Mexico.
Mexicans, it's really, it's a really nice thing to hear that someone wants to come to your country because when we're talking, when you go out somewhere in the world, people don't really have this image about Mexico that it's not really the truth. Yes, we have problems like every other country, but we have a lot of things that are good and people don't talk about it.
Exactly.
So it's really very nice. For me personally, it's very cool, or it makes me feel happy that people choose to come here.
Right.
They just don't arrive here because they're forced to,
Right.
but people choosing your country to live because they've seen the bigger picture. It's something that sometimes it just it gets me excited. It's a very nice feeling.
Yeah, the assumption is, I think a lot of people assume that people move to Mexico because it's less expensive to live here. But if you're moving here for that reason, that's really the wrong reason to move here, because Mexico has so much to offer. In terms of history and architecture, people, culture, all of that.
And like we talked about before, we knew we were gonna leave the United States and retire somewhere else. Right? We went to Ecuador, we went to Spain, went to Portugal, we went to other places. But when we came here 3 years ago, I tell you, I get emotional sometimes.
Yeah, she's getting emotional.
Because
I'm getting emotional.
Because I love Mexico. I love the people. I love everything about it. And this is where my heart is. This is where I want to be. So I'm happy to be here. From my heart, I'm happy to be in Mexico.
Our friends to this day ask how long we're planning on staying here. And a lot of them are pretty surprised when we tell them we plan to live out our lives here and die here.
yeah, I plan on dying in Mexico. They're like, really?
Yeah.
You're gonna stay there? You're gonna buy a home? We're like, yeah, we love it. We love it. And I think it's, for some of those people that did not know about Mexico and said we were gonna get kidnapped, we were gonna get robbed, we were gonna get murdered, seeing it now, after living here for 1 year, their understanding is different from what we tell people.
Yes.
You know, that we just love everything about it. We don't feel afraid of Mexico. We don't have any fears.
No,
We walk around
go
at
out,
night.
walk around at night.
We love it. We don't fear like, somebody's fault. Never have we ever
I've never
felt
felt like that
Yeah.
as well. You know, I never felt like in danger. You just have. If you come here, enjoy, take some precautions.
I wonder if you can talk about what was the most difficult thing for you about moving to Mexico? Was it leaving family behind, or
Not knowing the language,
knowing the
not
language? Yeah.
leaving your whole life behind, or what? What was hard moving here?
You have like some days like, I miss my mother or my father. For everyone moving from his culture, country, habits, and you know, it's always hard at first listening Spanish all the time. Well, her family and friends, they always at first spoke English too, you know. But at one point we said, all right, no more English, because if
Right.
you don't learn, you know. You hear Spanish, you go to tacos and you say, oh, we had tacos yesterday as well, and you know, and sometimes you're like, well, I'd like to have like, I don't know, like French fries and cheese, French cheese. I didn't leave family behind because I still have my family in France and everything, but her family, they always treated me like like part of it, like since day one, it was always nice. So sometimes my mother-in-law said, all right, let's go, let's have French cheese, or to have something reminding me like friends, so my father-in-law, he always like try to are you alright, or talk to me about France, the culture and everything. So it helps me to bring a bit of France here.
Have you been back to France since you came here to Mexico?
Yeah. And it's always good, like you come back and it's to see family and there as well. At first they were like, be careful, the bad things we see on the. But my mother came,
nice.
my grandmother, some friends, some cousins. So it's good that they could see, and they're like, oh, it's amazing. I mean, everyone from family and friends that came here, they always came back to France. I mean, at the airport they were like crying and saying it was amazing. It was the best we had. Like because again, like your family, like when you have family coming here, you can stay at the house. So they always feel like, and they say, that's. I'm not sure we make when she come to France or mother.
Right.
I'm not sure if we made them feel that way.
Right.
So it's they always like going back to France, but you can see that they want to stay more. But yeah, that's the good thing. Mexico, it's always like that. You go, and you don't want to.
And then you don't want to leave.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to leave.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
And that's why we're here, because we vacationed here and we had to come back here to live, and we're not going anywhere either.
Nope.